Hi guys, it is Psychic Elle here today. What is up? This video is solely on how to journal and how I journal. I kind of just wanted to make this about how I journal, how it's worked for me, how I've gotten my feelings out on a piece of paper. Pretty well just like how I journal every day, as well as things that prompts that I use to journal or what I do to journal. So yeah, let's just get on with this video. First thing I want to say with journaling is there's no right or wrong way to journal. No right or wrong way. You could write 5 words down and that is journaling. It doesn't have to be a full paragraph. It doesn't have to look pretty. My journal looks messy. Like, look at this shit. Like, I have journals. I have like 5 different journals that I write in because I have different journals for different things that I write in. And so the first journal that I have would be a journal that I just write all of my thoughts in. Or this journal is my manifesting journal. And then I have a different journal for my shadow work, for like a journal solely for me to put my shadow work into. So I would suggest like getting like 3 different books, because then you can have like a dream book, you can have like a journaling book. It's kind of just your preference. I like to keep it in different type of energies. It doesn't really matter what you think, just your own preference. But the way that I journal is I get my feelings out on a piece of paper. Sometimes when I was feeling really crappy about myself in a toxic household, I would literally journal a better life. I would journal on how I would want my life to look. I would write it in the tense of me actually living it. Like, I'm so happy and grateful to live with my boyfriend. I'm so happy and grateful to be an influencer. I'm so happy and grateful to do this. When I wake up in the morning and journal, I set my intentions for the day. So I will say, I'm happy, I'm calm, I'm going to do amazing things today. I intend to feel this way. I intend to feel this way. I'm letting go of fear today. I'm letting go of self-doubt. It doesn't matter what you write in the morning, but it's so good to get intentions out for your day, because you're pretty well setting yourself up for your day. When I write things down on a piece of paper, it helped me start journaling, because now that I was writing it down on a piece of paper, I truly felt like I was intending for it to happen. But now I just say it in my head, because I now have mantras where I can able to say things in my head or say things out loud. But people like to journal, and that is totally okay. Another way that I would journal in the morning is I would write a letter from my higher self, a message from my higher self, whether it was a message that the better version of me wanted to hear. The better version of me, the version of me that has it all together, that is happy, that is living the best life. I would write messages from her in my journal, whether it was at the nighttime, whether it was morning time, it doesn't matter. You can do this. Sometimes people feel better to journal at night. Sometimes people feel better to journal in the morning. I do both. Sometimes I'll journal throughout the day. Sometimes if I feel like emotions are coming up, it's the best way to get out emotions. When I was going through it, when I had anxiety, when I had depression, I would journal my emotions. I would literally write my emotions down on a piece of paper, whether it was I don't want to be here, I don't like being here, whether it was like that. And then I would look back at that when I was in a different mentality and see what I would write down and how I was actually feeling. So now that I was aware of how I was feeling, I could go back to when those moments of time came back up, I could switch it and say different things to myself. But I had to realize what I was saying to myself in the moment. It's easy to forget what happens in your daytime, but when you are feeling a negative emotion or an emotion in general, you start writing it down, then you can say, do I believe that? Do I truly believe that? And look at that and ask yourself that. That's a really good technique for journaling as well. Journaling can be done with manifesting. Writing in the tense, like speaking your life into existence with a journal, will help you manifest. You don't have to write a 3-6-9 method. You don't have to write anything. I would write, I'm so happy and grateful to share the knowledge I have. I'm so happy and grateful to have the followers that I have. I'm so happy and grateful to be an influencer. And even though I had 200 followers, I was still grateful in my journal. And so I could see that process of me growing into my desired manifestation. I never thought that I could reach 430K on TikTok. I thought when I had 400 followers, I was appreciative. I was happy. I was like, oh my God, 400 people want to watch me right now. Like, that's insane. But it's that key. It's that process. It's not it's not just being like, oh, I can get famous off of one video, or I can just write things down and my whole future will just come into play. You have to take the effort in. You have to put that effort in. You can help create goals in a journal. Write things down of what you want to achieve in the next month, and write them down as you already achieved them. So then there will be experiences that come into play that will help you achieve them. That's how the world works. You write things down, you intend for something to happen, and the world will work around that in your favor to help that happen. Like with stocks, I always thought to myself, whoa, like that's way too hard to do. But I would always write like, I can learn things easy. Like skills are easy to learn. And now that I would write that down, and I would tell myself every day in my journal that I'm so happy and grateful to work from home. Somebody sent me a text the other day saying, hey, it's a group of gals and we all do stocks. Like, it's a group of gals as well as we're learning from millionaires. You should come do stocks with us. I'm 17 and they're asking me to come and do stocks with them as a 17-year-old, and they think that I have the drive because of what I'm writing in my manifesting journal. Concept of what you are writing in your journal. Whatever you are writing in your journal, you can attract back. Like, I am happy, I am calm. When you intend to feel those emotions, you send out signals to the universe to feel those emotions. To literally feel those emotions. So journaling has always been a powerful thing for me. It's helped me through some rough times, some good times, some bad times. When I'm feeling anxious, when I'm feeling sad, I will journal, and I will just write down some of my feelings that are going on in my mind. If I don't feel like I want to journal, I'll write it down in my notes, what's going on. Or sometimes it's just easier to realize that it's not just your brain that has a choice of your thoughts. When you write down your thoughts as they're coming up, negative thoughts, you can choose to look at them and see the negative thoughts on a piece of paper and what they're actually saying and what they're trying to prove. And then you truly can think, should I even worry about this right now? Should I truly worry about this right now? Take over. It's a part of self-control with journaling. It's a huge process. And I'm just going to say this now. Words are energy. Words are energy. So if you are journaling in your future tense, if you are journaling and saying I am or I have or I do, like as in the future tense, as in the tense that you have it, you will manifest it. Journaling is so powerful. I use it every day of my life, and it has helped me get to where I am today with my emotions, with my life, with manifesting, with calming myself down, with feeling more in control of my life. And you don't have to do it every day. That's the thing. Do it when it feels good. Do it when it feels good. And if it doesn't feel good in the moment that you're doing it, don't do it. Don't force yourself to put down any type of words. You don't even have to put down words. You could put down art. You could write a letter from somebody else. You can just let your conscious take over and write for you and let it just flow. And I promise you, it will just flow. Just trust yourself to let that happen. Let yourself... I never connected with anybody. I could never explain my feelings to anybody. And when I wrote them down, I felt like I was understanding my own feelings. When I wrote my own feelings down, at least I could understand them. If nobody else could understand my feelings, I could. And that helped me heal. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video about journaling and how it helped me. If you guys want another video about journaling and how I actually do it, I'm just kind of talking out of my ass right now. So